Hi and welcome. I'm Andy Kibblewhite, Technical Trainer for Picote Solutions. Welcome to our product spotlight on the Mini Smart Sweeper. So, in your tool bag, I guess you've got a need for a tool. This tool is going to self-adjust to the exact dimensions of your pipework. It's going to be gentle and efficient. It's going to clean aggressively, yet it's going to be kind to your fragile pipes. It's going to work in this pipe where sections at the bottom might well be missing. And that same tool, it's going to clear root ingress. We're going to add in cleaning tuberculation deposits. We're going to remove wrinkles from a CIPP lining. We're going to cut through that tough scale you've all got. On this list, we're also going to add that same tool. It's going to work in a PVC pipe. It's going to work in a cast iron pipe, therefore metallic pipe. It's going to work in a concrete pipe. It's also going to work in a clay pipe. So, the smaller the pipe, the more difficult it's been to carry out any rehab work, cleaning or inspection. Fairly new idea in the industry in actually repairing this pipework rather than ripping it out and starting again. So the Mini Smart Sweeper, as you can see running over on the right hand side here, has been specially designed to fit into these smaller pipes. The range, we've got DM100, 4-inch. That works on the 12mm shaft on our Super and our Maxi Miller. Run it flat out, 100% speed, it's awesome. The two smaller ones, the DN75, 3-inch, the DM50, 2-inch. Run on the Mini Cleaner or the Mini Miller on the smaller shaft size, the 8mm shaft size. And there's the speed settings, 3 to 5.
Hey guys, this is Elijah with Picote. Today I'm going to show you a bit about the sweeper family of tools. We have several options. We have the 2-inch, the 3-inch, and the 4-inch sweeper. I'll start with the 2 and the 3-inch. These are the tools that would be used with the Mini Cleaner, which I have here, or the Mini Miller. This has really become kind of the king of 2-inch cleaning in the past year or so. I usually carry one of these around with me at all times on the job. They're a great just general cleaning tool. There's a ton of situations where these are valuable. This can go through a 2-inch P-trap. This can remove tuberculate, small roots. It can walk over small amounts of trench rot. There's a lot of options that you can use these with. The great thing about the sweepers is they aggressively clean fragile pipe. And I know that sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but it really has become possible with this tool line. The way that it works is these two legs will flail out with centrifugal force and clean the walls of the pipe. Now the good thing is it's difficult to get these stuck, because if they hit something that is jagged or kind of a weird edge or a hole in the pipe, they'll just fold back in on themselves and keep spinning until they can get open again. So it really is a good tool, especially if you can't see in the pipe. Say you have a full blockage and you're not quite sure. You don't want to stick some chains in the pipe because you might risk damaging the pipe further or getting your chains stuck. The sweepers really are a good option because they can bore through blockages, and they're not going to damage the pipe further in most cases. So this 2-inch sweeper can go through a P-trap. In 2-inch, you would just cut back a little bit of the casing and it would pop right through there. You generally would want to keep this front drill head on here. We've learned that it'll help you get through bends. It won't get caught on gapped fittings quite as much if you have that on there. It will help you walk through those P-traps as well.
So, some real nuts and bolts stuff there from Elijah over in the USA. This tool, it will self-centralize in the pipe. It's going to negotiate 90-degree bends. It's going to work in diameter changes. You'll see down below, that's the 4-inch tool, DN100. The spring on the back there keeps the shaft square, keeps it in the pipe. We've even got a DN50 2-inch that will pass through a P-trap.
The 3-inch sweeper is very similar. The main difference in this being the front drill head is a bit different. You can see on the 2-inch it has a stepped front drill head, very much like our reinstatement twisters or the Smart Cutter front drill heads. But on the 3-inch it has a lateral front drill head, a lateral cutting front drill head, much like what you would see on the line remover twisters or something like that. This gives it a bit different characteristic in that it will cut things laterally versus trying to bore into them. It's still great for popping blockages, stuff like that, but it's also great at root masses or maybe harder blockages than you would with the 2-inch sweeper. Other than that, it does have the exact same configuration. It's 2 legs that flail out and fold in when it's not spinning. So you would run both of these around 3 to 4 most of the time with the mini cleaner and mini miller. They can be turned up, on the mini miller up to 5 if you're sure that you're not going to hit any hard snags. But yeah, these are just a great overall cleaning tool, especially in the 2 and 3-inch size. I'll show you a bit here how this runs. It's a very centered, very stable tool. So you can see there's hardly any movement at all in my hand when I run that. It's not shaking around or jumping around too violently. Just a really, really good, easy, gentle tool to use.
Some more great tips there from Elijah. So the mini smart sweeper, its design is going to allow you to get this in through a small access pipe into the pipe you want to work in. See on the left there, it's all closed down so you can push out. As soon as the machine powers up and it starts to spin, the legs come out and open up to the pipe diameter you're working in. That one there was a DN 4-inch.
Moving on to the 4-inch, we have a bit different configuration with this. We have the 6 total legs. We have 3 sets of 2. They come on a leader built up like this. They have these 3 springs that are connected here together. This gives it some flexibility, but also keeps it centered in the pipe. You can attach the same front drill head from the 3-inch onto the 4-inch. You would just pull out these 4 bolts and attach it right to the front there. Now this is a bit different than the 2 and 3-inch sweeper. This one is a little bit more aggressive because it just has more weight to throw around. It obviously has 3 times as many legs on there. So it has a bit more hitting power than the 2 and the 3-inch. However, you can still aggressively clean fragile pipe in all the same ways. This again, you can see you can walk through trench rod as long as the trench rod isn't wider than the body of this tool, and you keep the tool running all the way down that opening. You wouldn't want to turn it off because then the legs will fold back in and it might drop down in that. So yeah, the 4-inch sweeper has again proven to be extremely valuable in cleaning, especially cast iron. You still have to be careful with them in PVC. They can definitely damage PVC, but in all other pipe types, they've proven to be extremely valuable. We can get these through fragile pipe without damaging it, whereas maybe with the chains or another tool that wouldn't be the case. We would actually damage the pipe further with original chains or a cyclone, but that's not necessarily the case with the sweeper. So it's been a great tool. We really, really enjoy these. We keep these in our bag at all times. On any job, we always have some of the sweepers around. So you can see it's much the same there. I can keep my hand on these springs. I don't have to worry about the shaft catching me. Also back here on the casing, but it's a very centered tool. It's not violent or overly aggressive, but it does clean pipe really well. On the Super Mini and the Maxi Miller, we would run the sweeper at 100% almost all the time. There are times when we would turn it down if the pipe seemed, overly fragile, or if we saw that it was jumping around a little bit too much, we may dial back the speed a bit then. But normally we'll keep it turned up all the way and then forward on the Super Mini and the Maxi Miller.
More reliable user tips there from Elijah. So, going on a little bit about the tool configurations. You mentioned some of this. The first tool will start over on the left with the flat front head. The arms behind, great for descaling on your standard descaling work. To get it to negotiate a P-trap or a bend, the tapered head on the front helps you get around that bend to start with. That head will also bore into any blockages. Number 3, the flat cutting face, the lap cutting head. That's going to help it stay centralized. It's going to bore its way into root ingress, chomp into those roots so the sweeper arms follow behind and clean up the mess behind it, getting your pipe back to a full working diameter. So we've got mini pro kits with the sweepers in, all put together for you here, available as a kit. And I think if you follow all our hints and tips, you've got it covered. It's pretty much in the bag for you all. For more information, PicoteInstitute.com. Where else? Well, our quick guides, these will tell you what you want to do, therefore what tool do you want to use to do it. We've also got manuals in there so you get the most out of your tools and you can get and use them to your absolute 100%. Also on the Institute, there's courses, there's free courses, paid courses. There's so much information for you there. Thank you. That was me, Andy Kibwhite, Technical Trainer for Picote Solutions.